Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes.
Nithyananda, we welcome all the Paramashivoham Level 2 participants to the first session of the day, Nithyananda Yoga. Let us all now settle down on our yoga mats and sit with our head, neck and spine in a straight line, the hands in Namaskara Mudra, as we chant the Sadguru Vandanam.
नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि.
Next, we are going to chant the Shiva Mula mantra. Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha. 11 times. Please follow along internally.
ॐ हां हौं शिवाय नमः. 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 ॐ हां हौं शिवाय नमः.
Next, let us perform the Tadvacharanam, the ritualistic cleansing. Make sure you have your Panchapatam and Udani ready. A cup with a spoon with some water for the ritualistic cleansing. As you take one Udani, 1 spoon of water, and put into your right palm as you keep the hand in the Gokarna Mudra in the shape of a cow's ear. Each time the word Swadha is chanted, sip the water from the bottom of your palm.
ॐ आत्मतत्त्वं शोधयामि स्वधा.
Take another Udani of water.
ॐ विद्यातत्त्वं शोधयामि स्वधा.
And one more Udani of water.
ॐ शिवतत्त्वं शोधयामि स्वधा.
Now wash your hand with the water from the Panchapatam. Then wipe your lips twice with the bottom of the right thumb as we chant.
ॐ हां हृदयाय नमः.
Wash your hand again. With your index, middle and ring finger joined together, touch above the upper lip and below the lower lip. Then wash your hand again. With your index finger and thumb joined together, touch your right nostril and your left nostril. With the ring finger and thumb, touch your right eye, your left eye, your right ear, and your left ear. Then wash your hand again. With your little finger and thumb together, touch the navel, the right chest, and the left chest. And with all the tips of the fingers joined together, touch the crown of your head, the right shoulder, the left shoulder, and your heart center. Then wash your hand once more. Now, clasp the right hand over the left. Place your hands on your right thigh. Close your eyes and make a sankalpa, a conscious resolution, what you want to manifest in today's Nithyananda yoga session as we chant the sankalpa mantra.
ॐ ममोपात्त समस्त दुरितक्षयद्वारा भगवत् श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवप्रीत्यर्थं श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्तिसमेत श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवप्रीत्यर्थं च अद्य पूर्वोक्त एवं गुणविशेषेण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ पूर्ण आरोग्ययुक्तदृढगात्रयौगिकशरीरसिद्ध्यर्थं परमशिवशक्त्याविष्करणार्थं नित्यानन्दयोगाभ्यासं करिष्ये.
Now, wash your hand once more.
ॐ अपौपस्पृश्य.
And then keep your Panchapatam and Udani aside, out of harm's way, so we can safely enter into this ritual of Nithyananda Yoga. First, let us briefly cover the components of KAILASA's Nithyananda Yoga. The science to manifest Paramashivoham, the realization that you are indeed Paramashiva, the ultimate universal consciousness, First is asana, the physical body postures, aligning your body to Paramashiva, to the cosmic geometry, intensely awakening the Kundalini Shakti. Next is pranayama, the breathing techniques, as you infuse prana, the life force energy, into your system by controlling the breath, the inhalation, retention, and exhalation. You align your breathing to Paramashiva and raise your overall energy levels through mudra, the energy circuits performed with your hands, your limbs, and various other body parts. Align your intra organs, your energy organs, to Paramashiva, and activate the non-mechanical parts of the brain. Next up is the bandhas, the energy locks, performed by contracting certain muscles and diaphragms of your body. For example, the Mula Bandha, the root lock, contracting the perineal floor and pulling it up. Uddiyana Bandha, the abdominal lock, contracting your stomach muscles above and below the navel and pulling it in and up towards your spine. And the Jalandhara Bandha, the throat lock, tucking your chin to the chest, internally contracting your throat muscles and locking your throat, preventing the airflow in and out. If you perform all three bandhas together, they form Mahamudra Bandha, which is itself an intense technique for Kundalini awakening, pumping it up along the spine. Next up is Karana, the sacred dance postures, as they have been preserved in the temples throughout India, carved in stone, frozen in time. The Karanas lead to intense awareness in every part of your body as you move your body in synchronicity to the universal movements. Next up is visualization. As you visualize whatever is being projected throughout the asana sequence, for each of the asanas, we are going to project a visualization. You are manifesting the essence of the asana and aligning your thinking to Paramashiva, manifesting Mano Shakti, the power of thought. The next component is japa, the internal repetition of mantras. As you hold the japa in your throat, visualize it rotating around your throat, you cleanse the Vishuddhi chakra and activate the power of speech, Vak Shakti, as you align your speech to Paramashiva. We are going to guide you which japa to chant throughout the asana practice. Next up is the external chanting of mantras. Our Acharya here is going to chant the scriptural references for all the asanas, the instructions and guidelines in Sanskrit, which has a phonetic significance. So just listening to the Sanskrit mantras can raise your energy levels, as these are the words of Mahadeva himself. The next component is weightlifting. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism says that bodybuilding is a spiritual practice. So it is recommended to keep some light weights at the side of your mat to implement into the yoga practice. We're going to point out in which asanas it makes sense to implement the weights to intensify the yoga practice. Next up is Abharana, the sacred Rudraksha jewelry, which is capable of holding the spiritual energy intensely, like a spiritual battery, giving it off to your system as you are wearing the beads. As you can see, our acharyas are wearing the Rudraksha malas. So make sure that you are wearing Rudraksha at any given time, holding you in the high energy space. Next up is Mandala, the visual representation of the cosmic DNA, representation of all the gods and goddesses, is projected in the background, which is the Shri Yantra. If you gaze at the Shri Yantra intensely but gently, the cosmic DNA is awakened in you, and the macrocosmos is reflected into your microcosmos. Finally, we have Aushada, the Siddha medicine, the Vibhuti and Kumkum, Jnananjana, and other Aushadas you might have received from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism can be applied during the yoga practice. We request all the male bodies to please remove your upper cloth during the ritual of yoga and apply the Vibhuti in 16 places over your body. For the female bodies, you can apply it on your forehead. Apply the Kumkum on your third eye and infuse prana into your system through the skin as you apply these Aushadas, healing even chronic diseases. With this, let us now move into the first asana of the sequence, Sukhasana. Now sit in a comfortable cross-seated position with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Keep your hands on top of the knees in Bindu Mudra, index fingers and thumbs together. As you visualize Lord Shiva in your inner space, breathe in Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale into your stomach and hold your breath. Visualize a flame being kindled in your stomach and raising up your spine. As you perform all three bandhas, the root lock, the abdominal lock, and the throat lock in Mahamudra Bandha, and internally chant the japa Soham in Sukhasana.
तत्सुखासनमित्युक्तम् अशक्तस्तत्समाचरेत् आसनं विजितं येन जितं तेन जगत्त्रयम्.
Next up is Parvatasana. Now place your feet into Padmasana. Join your hands in Anjali Mudra and raise them up above your head. Engage all three bandhas, Mahamudra Bandha, and visualize yourself as Mount Kailash.
अथ वक्षे महादेव पर्वतासनमङ्गलं यत्कृत्वा स्थिररूपी स्यात् षट्चक्रादिविलोपनम्.
Next up is Halipavasana. Now bring the soles of the feet together in front of your body and interlock your fingers behind your back. As you lean forward and down and place your head on the ground behind the heels. Engage all three bandhas as you gaze through your nose and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
पूर्वविधियाहु मे जानो उभयपगतले संपुटठानो पिष्टुपछेदो वो करल्यावो दक्षिणकरसो वाम गहावो.
Next up is Nagi Pavasana. Now extend your arms out in front. Cup your palms and place them on the ground in front of your feet as you bring your head on the ground behind the heels. Gaze at the nose, engage all three bandhas and visualize yourself as a snake.
पूर्वविधिपर्यागाने नीचौहौ वीकहु निभनास्यो लगाजी हाथ आगाने धरती लगावे पसारी दो वो हाथ की अंजुलि करे.
Next up is Kokilasana. Now hold on to the big toes in Prana Mudra with index and middle fingers. Stretch your legs forward and out, and then cross your legs into Padmasana. Lean forward and down, place your elbows on the mat. Engage all three bandhas and visualize yourself as a bird.
अथान्यदासनं वक्षे येन सिद्धो भवे नरः अकस्मात् बाजुसञ्चारं कोकिलाख्यासनेन च.
Next up is Nithyananda. Now stack your knees and ankles. Hold on to opposite elbows and start rotating your arms in a circular motion. Engage all three bandhas. Gaze to the nose, visualize Swamiji, and after some time change the direction of the movement.
घोड़ा बाबा पादकी आशमाहिली सोज दश चरण को वार लौता परिगुल्भ समोज.
Next up is Gajrasana. Now place your hands on the mat and scoop your head and chest forward and down again and again. Engage Uddiyana Bandha and visualize yourself as an elephant.
निब्जं पादाग्रे भूमौ कृत्वा लम्बी भूया मस्तकाग्रे निधाय.
Next up is Vrikshasana. From the same position, alternate pressing one heel into the ground while lifting the other up. Hold the stomach in and up in Uddiyana Bandha as you visualize yourself as a bear.
एकैकं पादमाकुञ्च गजासनं कुर्यात् वृक्षासनं भवति.
Rise up and stand on the tips of the big toes. As you bring your hands to the chest in Hridaya Mudra, index, middle, and ring fingers joined together. As you pull your stomach in and up, visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
केशेन पादयुगलं बद्ध्वा तिष्ठेत अधोमुखः अथवा ईशावक्षे यत्कृत्वा सत्यवान् भवेत्.
We move on to Utpajanu Karana, the first Karana of the sequence. Now stand in Arimandi posture with your heels together, toes pointing outwards and your knees bent. Bring your hands to the chest and then lift one leg up. Lead it along the body in a circular motion. Repeat the movement as you follow along with the respective hand. Next up is Bala Lingasana. Now interlock your fingers from the outside in Sarva Shankari Mudra. Fold one knee up towards your chest and circle it with your hands. Stand erect on the mat like a rod as you engage all three bandhas and visualize yourself holding a baby.
एकं जानुरसि आलिङ्ग्य स्थातव्यं बाललिङ्गनं भवति.
Now take the foot and pull it behind towards your buttocks with both hands. Engage all three bandhas and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
स्थित्वैकस्मिन् पादतले कराभ्यां वेष्टयेत् तनुं पृष्ठे संस्थापयेत् तेन पादपीडनमासनम्.
Next up is Natarajasana. Now hold the sole of the foot from the inside and kick your leg back and up as you lean forward with your hand extended in Bindu Mudra, index fingers and thumbs together, as you visualize yourself as Lord Nataraja.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Now repeat Bala Lingasana on the other side. Pull the other knee towards your chest. Engage all three bandhas and visualize yourself holding a baby.
एकं जानुरसि आलिङ्ग्य स्थातव्यं बाललिङ्गनं भवति.
Now take the foot and pull it behind towards your buttocks. Engage all three bandhas and visualize Swamiji in Padapitanasana.
स्थित्वैकस्मिन् पादतले कराभ्यां वेष्टयेत् तनुं पृष्ठे संस्थापयेत् तेन पादपीडनमासनम्.
Now hold the sole of the foot and extend the other arm forward as you kick your leg back and up. Visualize yourself as Lord Nataraja in Natarajasana.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
We move on to the next Karana, Ardha Richita Karana. Now stand in Arimandi posture. Heels together, toes pointing outwards and knees bent. Then bring your hands to the chest and step the right foot behind the left. Swing the right arm back and forth like a pendulum, gracefully moving your fingers one by one. Place it over the nose, uncross your ankles, step the left foot behind and repeat the movement on the other side. Next up is the skeleton dance. Now visualize yourself as a skeleton and shake your body intensely. Dance wildly as you visualize yourself as mere bones, no muscles, no tissues, just bones, and dance wildly. Next up is Katichina Karana. From Arimandi position, cross your arms above your head with the palms facing back. Turn your body to one side, open up your arms, cross them back to the center. Repeat the movement on both sides again and again. Next up is Tadasana. Now raise your arms up above your head as you stand on the tips of the toes. Keep your palms facing each other. As you visualize yourself as a palm tree, keep breathing in Samana Kumbhaka. Fill your stomach with prana and visualize the flame rising up your spine as you perform Mahamudra Bandha, all three bandhas engaged, and internally chant the new japa, Shivoham.
महामुद्राबद्ध कोनो ताडासन विभेदकान् विनोत्तानं सदा कुर्यात् अन्तर्वत्नीपतिप्रिया.
Now lean forward and down. Place your hands on the mat. in Uttanasana. As you visualize Swamiji in your inner space, engage all the bandhas.
महामुद्राबद्ध कोनो ताड़ासन विभेदकान विनोत्तानम सदा कुर्यादंतर्वत्नी पतिप्रिया.
Now place your hands on the ground, shoulder width apart, and step your feet back into a plank position. Tuck your chin to the chest, lock the throat in Jalandhara Bandha, and move your head from left to right as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space in Talakshvasana.
गजासनवस्थित्वा मस्तकं वारं वारं दक्षिणकुक्षिं सव्यकुक्षिं नजेत्.
The next asana is Bhujangasana. Now lower your body down onto your stomach. Keep your hands by the shoulders and raise your head and chest up by the strength of your lower back. Open up your mouth and inhale through the hollow of the throat in Bhujangani Mudra as you visualize yourself as a cobra.
अंगुष्ठनाभिपर्यन्तम् अधो भूमौ विनिन्यसेत् कराभ्यां च धरां धृत्वा ऊर्ध्वशीर्षफणीवहि.
Now push your body back up into the plank position and alternate pulling one knee in towards your chest back and forth as you visualize Swamiji. Breathe in Sahadra Kumbhaka. Inhale through the nose, lead the prana along the spine, and then again exhale through the nose.
गजासन संस्थितो जानुद्वयमाकुञ्च्य वारं वारं कर्तव्यं शिशासनं भवति.
Next up is Rathasana. From the same plank position, stamp one foot in between the hands. Jump the front foot back and simultaneously bring the other foot in between the hands again and again as you visualize yourself as a chariot in Rathasana.
गजासन संस्थितो एकैकं पादं पुरोमार्गेण भ्रामयित्वा कर्तव्यं रथासनं भवति.
The next asana is Viravatrasana. Now stand with one foot at the front and one foot at the back. Back toes facing sideways. Bend the front knee at a 90-degree angle. Raise your arms up parallel above your head. Push your hips forward. Keep the hips facing forward as you perform Uddiyana Bandha. Pull the stomach in and up. Gaze to your third eye and visualize yourself as Lord Viravatra in Viravatrasana.
वासिष्ठमथ कौण्डिन्यम् ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटमेव च अष्टावक्रमथोत्थानं मयूरं सेतुबन्धनम्.
Now exchange the position of your feet. Bend the front knee, raise your arms above your head. Visualize yourself as Lord Viravatra and Viravatrasana on the upper side.
वासिष्ठमथ कौण्डिन्यम् ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटमेव च अष्टावक्रमथोत्थानं मयूरं सेतुबन्धनम्.
Next up is Vrikshasana. Now raise one foot towards the inner opposite thigh with the heel by the perineum. Join your hands in Anjali Mudra and raise them up above your head. Engage Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha as you visualize yourself as a tree.
वामोरुमूलदेशे च याम्यं पादं निधायतु.
Now place the raised foot on top of the opposite thigh. Join your hands in Namaskara Mudra in front of your chest as you visualize yourself as Lord Garuda in Garudasana.
गरुडासनमावक्षे येन ध्यानं स्थिरं भवेत् सर्वदोषाद्विनिर्मुक्तो भवतीह महाबली.
Now repeat Vrikshasana, the tree posture on the other side. Raise the other foot towards the inner opposite thigh. Join your hands and raise them above your head.
वामोरुमूलदेशे च याम्यं पादं निधायतु तिष्ठेत् वृक्षवद्भूमौ वृक्षासनमिदं विदुः.
Now place the raised foot on top of the opposite thigh. Hands in Namaskara Mudra in front of your chest. Visualize yourself as Lord Garuda in Garudasana.
गरुडासनमावक्षे येन ध्यानं स्थिरं भवेत् सर्वदोषाद्विनिर्मुक्तो भवतीह महाबली.
Next up is Trikonasana. Now step one foot forward and the other foot far back. Back toes facing sideways. Extend your arms out parallel to the ground and lean forward and down. Place one hand by the foot and raise the other arm straight up towards the sky. As you gaze up, visualize yourself as a triangle.
उत्थानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Raise up, exchange the position of your feet. And lean forward and down with the other hand by the foot. Gaze up, visualize yourself as a triangle in Trikonasana.
उत्तानपादं क्रोञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Next up is Nikuttaka Karana. Stand in Arimandi posture. Heels together, toes pointing outwards, knees bent. Raise one heel off the ground. And bring your hands in front of the chest, palms facing each other. Now stomp the raised heel to the mat and lift the other heel up as you exchange the position of your hands again and again. Next up is Angushtasana. Now lower your body down onto the raised heels. Sit with the toes tucked. Keep the knees together. Join your hands in Namaskara Mudra in front of your chest. As you visualize Swamiji in your inner space, breathe in Brahmari Kumbhaka, buzzing like a bee on the inhalation and exhalation.
कबन्धासनमित्याहुः गोरक्षासनमेव च अङ्गुष्ठमुष्टिकं ज्ञेयं ब्रह्मप्रासादितं तथा.
Now, from the same position, extend one leg forward and keep your hands at the side. Palms facing forward, the fingertips barely touching the ground in Vara Mudra. As you visualize Swamiji in your inner space in Saurasana.
प्रसार्यैकं पादतलं संस्थाप्य त्वेकपादकम्.
Now lean forward and down and hold onto the big toe of the front foot as you hold the back heel with the other hand. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space in Vidunanasana.
कुल्भस्थितो पादमेकं प्रसार्य तत्पादाग्रं संस्पृश्य तत्करेण.
Now exchange the position of your feet. Step the other foot forward. Keep your hands by the side, palms facing forward as you visualize Swamiji in Saurasana on the other side.
प्रसार्यैकं पादतलं संस्थाप्य त्वेकपादकम्.
Now hold onto the big toe of the front foot and the back heel with the other hand. Visualize Swamiji in Vidunanasana.
कुल्भस्थितो पादमेकं प्रसार्य तत्पादाग्रं संस्पृश्य तत्करेण.
Next up is Brahmajurankushasana. As you step your feet in, sit on the raised heels and separate your knees as you place your hands on top with the palms facing up. Tuck your chin to the chest and gaze through the gap between the palms in Shambhavi Mudra with your eyes opened wide, unblinking. As you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
दोगु फना पानी होए वैसे एडी दो गुदानी वैसे कोरपक दलिया गी माहिली आयस माहेरा शेमिली.
Next up is Kapilasana. Now drop your knees to the ground and sit on raised heels with your hands on your thighs. Pull your stomach in and up, gaze to the tip of your nose and visualize yourself as Sage Kapila Muni.
उभई भगदली समटारावे तिनको माहिली कोर मिलावे फना पानी उकड़ होए वैसे एडी दोबू जोनी निवसे.
Next up is Padalagurukasana. Now maintain the same posture, but shift your gaze up towards your third eye. Your visualization to Swamiji and the Bandha to the Mula Bandha.
दोबू भगदली संपुट करे कोरवारली भू परिधरे कोरवारली राखे ऐसे तावरी मूल द्वार टिकी वैसे.
Next up is Suryasana. Now raise up and bring the soles of the feet together. Lift your knees off the ground and separate the knees as you join your hands in Padma Mudra. Thumbs and little fingers together. Fingers open up like a palm, like a lotus flower. And raise your arms up above your head. As you gaze up through the gap between the palms, visualize Lord Surya in your inner space and perform Udyana Bandha and Mudha Bandha.
एडी दो गुदा तरियाने फना पानी बैठक पुनिठाने गोड़ा जंगा दर करी रहे आड़े वाम इसी विधि गहे.
Next up is Mandukasana. Now place your feet flat and sit down as you keep your hands on the knees. Press your tongue up flat against the palate of the mouth in Mandukya Mudra. As you visualize yourself as a frog, gaze to your third eye and breathe calmly through your nose in Mandukasana.
पादतलौ पृष्ठदेशे अङ्गुष्ठे द्वे च संस्पृशे जानुयुग्मं पुरस्कृत्य साधयेन्मण्डुकासनम्.
Next up is Uttana Mandukasana. Now bring your arms behind your back. Hold onto opposite shoulders with your hands. As you keep the elbows close to your head, pull your stomach in and up, gaze to your third eye, and visualize yourself as a frog as you keep your frog tongue up to catch the nectar of immortality dripping from the Sahasrara chakra.
मण्डुकासनमध्यस्थं कुर्पराभ्यां धृतं शिरः एतद्भेकवदुत्थानम् एतदुत्थानमण्डुकम्.
The next asana is Simhasana. Now cross your feet and sit on the heels. As you place your hands on the knees, gaze to the nose, stick your tongue out and exhale forcefully again and again as you visualize yourself as a fierce lion in Simhasana, the lion posture.
दक्षिणं सव्यगुल्फेन दक्षिणेन ततेतरं हस्तौ च जान्वौ संस्थाप्य स्वाङ्गुलीश्च प्रसार्य च.
The next asana is Bhadrasana. Now bring the soles of the feet together behind your back with the toes pointing back. Sit on the heel as you cross your arms behind your back and hold on to the big toes in Prana Mudra with index and middle fingers. Tuck your chin to the chest in Jalandhara Bandha. Gaze to the nose. Return to buzzing like a bee in Brahmari Kumbhaka on the in and exhalation. And visualize Swamiji in your inner space in Bhadrasana.
गुल्फौ जवर्षणस्याधो व्युत्क्रमेण समाहितः पादाङ्गुष्ठौ कराभ्यां च धृत्वा च पृष्ठदेशतः.
Next up is Kakabushandya Asana. Now squat with the feet flat, the knees raised. Bring your arms in and around the knees and interlock your fingers behind your back if you can. Push yourself forward through the legs and open up your shoulders and hip flexors. As you gaze to the nose, visualize yourself as a crow in Kakabushandya Asana.
प्रथमे वैसकूकटठाने दोबुहातपगमवी च आने.
Next up is Kalpavasana. Now place your hands on the mat, bring your knees onto your arms towards your armpits. As you lean forward, find balance and lift your body up. You can raise your hips to make it easier to find the balance. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and keep buzzing like a bee.
आसन को गुणाशी दुष्टा होई तो आछी होई.
Now lower your head down to the ground as you extend your legs up towards the sky in our first inverted posture. All the participants suffering from any neck or spine injuries or high blood pressure, please take it slow with all the inverted postures. Please consult your doctor first before you perform them. As we now gaze at the nose and visualize Swamiji in Kapali Asana.
तीशा धरती टेकी पगदोवु मिलिवा ऊंचा कुकरे.
Next up is Parshvamayurasana. Now place your hands flat on the ground and twist your legs to one side, aligning one knee and hip with the elbows. Lean forward and raise your body off the mat as you gaze to your third eye and visualize yourself as a peacock. Breathe in Ritualistic Kumbhaka. Exhale fully and hold your breath.
मयूरं दण्डवत् कुर्यान् मायूरं दण्डनामकम्.
Now twist your body in the opposite direction. Extend your legs out as you balance on your arms. Gaze to your third eye and visualize yourself as a peacock in Parshvamayurasana.
मयूरं दण्डवत् कुर्यान् मायूरं दण्डनामकम्.
Now place your hands flat on the ground and step your feet far back into the plank position. Then bring one foot outside the shoulders in between the hands. As you push your hips forward, gaze to your third eye and visualize yourself as Lord Kala Bhairava in Bhairaganatha.
आसन को गुण पीती जाइए.
Exchange the position of your feet. Bring the other foot in between the hands. Push your hips forward, gaze up, and visualize Lord Kala Bhairava as you repeat Bhairaganatha on the other side.
आसन को गुण पीती जाइए.
Now step the front foot back and then bring your forearms on the mat. As you keep your hips raised, try to bring your heels to the mat. Gaze to your third eye and visualize Swamiji in Unmukha Pitasana.
भून्यस्थो जानुनी हस्तो चतुष्पदम वाङ्मुखम उत्थापिताङ्घ्रियुगल कटिस्थलम अभिरुका.
Now raise back up onto your hands and twist your torso to lift one arm up towards the sky. Gaze up along the arm as you visualize yourself as Sage Vashishta in Vashishtasana.
ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटवासिष्ठ मरीचिहल मत्स्यगम्बरि वृत्तिं चोदरस्य विविधं धनुरासनम्.
Rotate your body to the other side. Raise the other arm up. Repeat Vashishtasana.
ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटवासिष्ठ मरीचिहल मत्स्यगम्बरि वृत्तिं चोदरस्य विविधं धनुरासनम्.
Next up is Anjani Asana. Now sit with the legs extended forward. Bring your hands underneath the buttocks with the palms facing up. Gaze to the nose and lock your chin to the chest in Jalandhara Bandha as you visualize yourself as Lord Hanuman. Internally chant the new japa Mahasadaशिवोहम.
दोवो करके उभय हथेली कोरवारली मैले भेली.
From this position, now lean forward and down and hold on to the big toes and Prana Mudra. With index and middle fingers, engage all the bandhas, Mahamudra Bandha, and visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Paschimottanasana.
जानो परिललाटन्तो पश्चिमं ताणमुच्यते येन केन प्रकारेण सुखं धार्यं च जायते.
Next up is Ugrasana. Now separate your feet and interlock your fingers around your neck. As you lean forward and down, bring your head between the knees and the elbows outside the knees. As you engage all the bandhas, squeeze your core intensely, visualizing Kali in your inner space.
स्वपाणिभ्यां दृढं धृत्वा जानुपरि शिरोन्यसेत्. आसनोग्रमिदं प्रोक्तं भवेदनिलदीपनम्.
Next up is Marichi Asana. Now step one foot in towards the perineum with a knee raised. Bring your arm in and around the raised knee and interlock your fingers behind your back. As you visualize yourself as Sage Marichi, bring your head down towards the knee.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Next up is Mahamudrasana. Now drop the waist into the side and keep the heel at the perineum as you lean forward and down. Hold onto the front foot with both hands. Gaze to the nose, exhale fully. Hold your breath and visualize Swamiji in Mahamudrasana.
महामुद्रां प्रवक्ष्यामि तन्त्रेऽस्मिन् मम वल्लभे.
Now exchange the position of your feet. Bring the other heel against the perineum with the knee raised. Interlock your fingers around your back as you lean forward and down in Marichi Asana on the other side.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Now drop the knee to the side, lean forward and down, and repeat Mahamudrasana on the other side.
महामुद्रां प्रवक्ष्यामि तन्त्रेऽस्मिन् मम वल्लभे यां प्राप्य सिद्धासिद्धिं च कपिलाद्याः पुरागताः.
Next up is Bhadrasana 2. Now join the soles of your feet with the knees separated on the ground. Hold your feet, push your knees down by the strength of your groin. As you gaze up towards your third eye, visualize Swamiji in your inner space and keep breathing in Rechaka Kumbhaka. Exhale all the way and hold your breath on every exhalation.
गुल्फौ दुवृषणस्यादः सीवन्त्याः पार्श्वयोः क्षिपेत्.
Next up is Galipavasana. Now extend your feet away from the body with the hands on the knees the soles of the feet together as you gaze to the nose. Lock your chin to the chest in Jalandhara Bandha and visualize Swamiji in your inner space in Gauli Pavasana.
पूर्व चरपट चौक कख्यो सोजी वाही विधि जो कीजे सोजी.
Next up is Joni Asana. Now bring your feet back in towards your perineum and hold the soles of the feet as you lean forward and down. Bring your chin to the toes, gaze to the nose, and visualize the Yoni Mandala, the visual representation of Devi Paramashiva Shakti herself.
दोवो भगतली संपट करे एडी मेडिके ढिंग धरे.
Next up is Midaki Pavasana. Now extend your feet away from the body once more. Keep the heels together, but the toes separated. As you extend your arms out to the side of your body and place your forehead on the ground. Gaze to your nose and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
पूर्व विधि परि भगतली संपुट शोल एडी मिली राशे.
Next up is Siddha Samadhi Asana. Now bring the feet back in towards the perineum. Toes together, heels separated as you bring your arms underneath the shins, palms facing up. Place your face on the ground in front of the feet as you touch your toes to the throat. Gaze to your nose and visualize Lord Surya in Siddha Samadhi Asana.
दोवो भगतली संपुट करे सोले मेड आगा में धरे.
Next up is Chinaki Pavasana. Now keep the heels at the perineum and separate the toes as you hold onto the soles of the feet, opening them up like a book. Place your elbows on the thighs, gaze to your nose, and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
दो बगा की एडी धरती मगिवा मेढ़ लगावे.
Next up is Charapata Chokasana. Now join the soles of your feet completely. Place your hands on the knees and gently press them down towards the ground as you pull your stomach in and up. Gaze to your third eye and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
दोवो भगतली संपुट धारे आगा ने करे जारे पसारे.
Next up is Bhairava. Now rotate your feet so the heels are raised off the ground and the toes are on the mat. Push your knees to the ground and place your hands on the knees in Bindu Mudra with index fingers and thumbs together. As you gaze to your third eye, pull your stomach in and up and visualize yourself as Lord Kala Bhairava in Bhairavasana.
दोवो भगतली संपुट धारे आगा ने करे जारे पसारे.
Next up is Sammanasana. Now keep one heel against the perineum and lift the other foot against your chest with both hands in the sole of the foot against your chest as you gaze to your third eye and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
समानासनमा बक्षे सिद्ध मंत्रादि साधनात्.
Next up is Apanasana. Now lift the raised foot over top of your shoulder and extend the opposite leg forward and up as you keep your hands by the side for balance. Gaze to your third eye and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
केवलं पादमेकञ्च स्कन्धे चारोपि ततः.
Now repeat Sammanasana on the other side. Bring the other heel against the perineum. Lift the sole of the other foot against your chest. Gaze up and visualize Swamiji.
समानासनमा बक्षे सिद्ध मंत्रादि साधनात्.
Now lift the leg over your shoulder and extend the opposite leg forward as you gaze to your third eye and visualize Swamiji in your inner space in Apanasana.
केवलं पादमेकञ्च स्कन्धे चारोपि ततः.
The next asana is Gomukhasana. Now stack your knees and keep your heels at the outside of the opposite hip. Place your hands on top of the knees. As you gaze to the tip of your nose, visualize yourself as a cow. Visualize the face of a cow as you breathe in Sitkari Kumbhaka. Hiss through your teeth as you press your tongue flat against the palate of your mouth without touching the teeth. Internally chant Om Nithyanandoham in Gomukhasana.
सव्ये दक्षिणगुल्फं तु पृष्ठपार्श्वे नियोजयेत्।
Next up is Anasuyasana. Now hold on to the big toes in Prana Mudra, index and middle fingers. And pull your stomach in and up as you visualize Rishika Anasuya.
जीमणा गोदा की संधि उपरिटा वा गोड़ा की संधि मिलाई राशे गोड़ा सिवले पगदल्यालो वाड़वाई सुधा राशे।
Next up is Anasuyasana 2. Now interlock your fingers behind your back and lean forward and down. Try to touch the nose to the ground as you fix your gaze at the tip of the nose. And visualize yourself as Rishika Anasuya in Anasuyasana 2.
दक्षिण गोड़ों नीचे उठाने बाबों ताके ऊपर आने।
Next up is Garudasana 2. Now set the right foot flat on the mat and raise the knee. As you bring the left heel against the perineum, hands on the knees, visualize yourself as Lord Garuda as you gaze to the tip of the nose. Feel the big wings on your back.
ताबोपकमोडी एडी माहिलो गुल्फ मूलद्वार नीचे दे।
Now raise your perineum onto the heel, interlock your fingers around your neck, and twist your elbows outside the raised knee as you gaze up towards your third eye and visualize Sage Narda in Nardasana.
पिष्टि जुवाम पगदली गेरी भूपरिता ही लगावे फेरी।
Now place the left foot onto the right thigh and hold on to the big toe of the right foot with the right hand in Prana Mudra, and hold on to the shin of the right leg with the left hand. Gaze to the nose and visualize Matsya, the fish avatar of Lord Vishnu.
वामेन वामाङ्गुष्ठन्तो गृहीतमध्यपीठकं योनि वामेन सम्पीड्य मेढ्रादुपरि दक्षिणम्।
Now repeat Gomukhasana. Simply slide your knees over top of each other and keep the heels at the outside of your hip. Place your hands on top, interlocked. Parasha Mudra as you gaze to your nose and visualize the face of a cow.
सव्ये दक्षिणगुल्फं तु पृष्ठपार्श्वे नियोजयेत्। दक्षिणेऽपि तथा सव्यं गोमुखं गोमुखं यथा।
Now repeat Anasuyasana. Hold on to the big toes. Gaze to the nose and pull your stomach in and up as you visualize Rishika Anasuya.
सव्ये दक्षिणगुल्फं तु पृष्ठपार्श्वे नियोजयेत्। दक्षिणेऽपि तथा सव्यं गोमुखं गोमुखं यथा।
Now interlock your fingers behind your back and lean forward and down. Repeating Anasuyasana 2 on the other side.
जीमणा गोदा की संधि उपरिटा वा गोड़ा की संधि।
Now place the left foot flat and keep the right heel at the perineum, hands on the respective knees. Gaze to your nose and visualize yourself as Lord Garuda in Garudasana 2.
डाबोपकमोडी एडी माहिलो गुल्फ मूलद्वार नीचे दे।
Now raise your perineum onto the heel and interlock your fingers around your neck to twist your body outside of the raised knee. Gaze to your third eye and visualize yourself as Sage Narada.
पिष्टि जो वाम पगदली गेरी भूपरिता ही लगावे फेरी।
Now repeat Matsya Pitakasana. Place the right foot onto the left thigh. Hold on to the left shin and big toe as you visualize Matsya, the fish avatar of Lord Vishnu.
वामेन वामाङ्गुष्ठन्तो गृहीतं मत्स्यपीठकम्।
Next up is Matsindrasana. Now extend your legs forward and then place one foot on top of the opposite thigh. As you raise the opposite knee, keep your hand at the back and then twist your other hand around the raised knee, bringing the hand to the neck. Gaze to your third eye and visualize Sage Matsindana, the master of Hatha Yoga.
उदरं पश्चिमाभासं कृत्वा तिष्ठति यत्ततः नम्राङ्गं वामपादं हि दक्षजानुपरिन्यसेत्।
Next up is Kubhasana. Now extend your front arm down towards the foot and place the other hand on the respective ear. As you gaze up and back, visualize yourself as a camel in Kubasana.
आसन को गुण झोलो जाए.
Now drop the hand from the ear to the ground behind you. Keep holding onto the front foot. As you gaze to your third eye and visualize Sage Matsinala, the master of Hatha Yoga.
मत्स्येन्द्रपीठं जठरप्रदीप्तिं प्रचण्डरुक्मण्डलखण्डनास्त्रम्.
Now extend your legs and place the other foot on the opposite thigh. As you gaze to your third eye and visualize Sage Matsinala, repeat Matsyendrasana on the other side.
उदरं पश्चिमाभासं कृत्वा तिष्ठति यत्नतः.
Now repeat Kubasana. Hold on to the front foot and the back ear as you gaze to the third eye and visualize yourself as a camel.
आसन को गुण झोलो जाए.
Next up is Matsyendrasana 2. Now place the hand on the ground behind you. Gaze to your third eye and visualize the master of Hatha Yoga, Matsyendranath.
मत्स्येन्द्रपीठं जठरप्रदीप्तिं प्रचण्डरुक्मण्डलखण्डनास्त्रम्.
The next asana is Padmasana. Now place your feet onto opposite thighs and place your hands on top of the knees. Sit straight. Gaze to the nose as you engage all three bandhas, Mahamudra Bandha, and visualize yourself as Lord Shiva.
आसनं द्विविधं प्रोक्तं पद्मं वज्रासनं तथा.
Next up is Padmasana 2. Now cross your arms in front of your body and hold on to the big toes as you gaze to the nose and visualize yourself as Goddess Parvati, the consort of Lord Shiva.
उत्तानौ चरणौ कृत्वा ऊरू संस्थौ प्रयत्ततः.
Next up is Kukutasana. Now bring your hands in between the legs, palms flat on the mat. As you visualize yourself as a rooster, breathe calmly through your nose in Sahaja Kumbhaka.
पद्मासनं संस्थाप्य नान्वोरोरन्तरे करो.
Now from Padmasana, raise up onto your knees, bring your hands on the ground and balance on your elbows as you lift your legs up off the mat. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
धरामोष्टभ्यकरद्वयेन तत्कोर्परिस्थापिता नाभिपार्श्वः.
Now step your feet back. Lean onto your elbows as you extend your legs back and up. Balance on your arms in Mayurasana.
अथ वक्षे महादेव मयूरासनमुत्तमम्.
Now lay down on your stomach. Interlock your fingers around your neck and twist your toes outwards so the heels are touching the ground. As you visualize yourself as a crocodile in Makarasana.
अध्यासशेते हृदयं निधाय भूमौ च पादौ च प्रसार्यमानो.
The next asana is Shalabhasana. Now keep your hands at the side of your shoulder level and lift your legs off the mat, engaging your lower back as you visualize yourself as a locust.
अध्यासशेते करयुग्मवक्षो भूमिमवष्टभ्य करजोस्तलाभ्याम्.
Next up is Ushtasana. Now bend your knees and hold onto the feet as you pull them down to the ground outside of the hip. Try to touch the ground with your hand.
अध्यासशेते पदयुग्मव्यस्तं पृष्ठे निधायापि धृतं कराभ्याम्.
Next up is Dhanurasana. Now keep holding onto the feet and kick your legs back and up as you raise your head and chest. Gaze up towards your third eye and visualize yourself as Pinaka, Lord Shiva's bow.
प्रसार्य पादौ भुजदण्डरूपौ करौ च पृष्ठे धृतपादयुग्मम्.
Now come to a kneeling posture. Sit with your heels outside the body, the toes touching behind. Hands on the knees as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Breathe calmly through your nose in Sahajra Kumbhaka and internally chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in Bhagasana.
उल्टा मोड़ी पाव दो वैसे बहुरो जिगदे करे एक ऐसे.
Now let's get ready for Gohi Asana. From the kneeling position, place your forearms on the ground, elbows shoulder width apart. Interlock your fingers in Padusha Mudra. As you place your head on the ground, support it with your hands. Raise your hips, walk your feet forward, and then lift your legs up off the mat. As you gaze to the nose and visualize Swamiji in your inner space in Gohi Asana. Pull the knees to the chest. Squeeze your body like a ball.
दो वो हाथ की कहुनी जोजी पुनिहा कलाई जाने दो ये.
Now extend your legs up straight into Shirshasana. As you gaze to your nose and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
विपरीतं मण्डलं च द्विधैव विदितं हिनः.
Gently lower your body down and come to a seated posture with the legs extended to the front. Hold onto your calves and raise the legs up, forward and up. Keep the legs vertical as you start rapidly exhaling in Bhastrika Kumbhaka, like the balance of a blacksmith, again and again for the next few asanas, as you visualize Swamiji in Podi Asana.
दो वो हाथ पग बाहर आने घोड़ा तरे काकसी ठाने.
Next up is Padaghasana. Hold on to opposite shoulders behind your back. As you keep your legs extended forward, gaze up and visualize yourself as a mace.
उत्तानशयनं कृत्वा पादौ मिलित्वा प्रसार्य.
Next up is Naukasana. Extend your arms out in front. Keep them parallel to the mat. Gaze to your third eye as you visualize yourself as a boat.
उत्तानशयनं कुर्पराभ्यां भूमिं वष्टभ्य.
Now pull the feet towards your chest as you scoop your hands underneath. In Rudrasana, as you visualize yourself as Lord Rudra.
पगतली संपूट करी हाथस्यो पग ऊंचाई.
Now you can breathe relaxed. Normally again, place your feet on the flat and lay down on your back with the knees raised. Hold on. Place your palms on the ground behind the heels and push your hips up high. As you lock your perineal floor and your throat, push the air against your throat lock, Mocha Kumbhaka, forcing the prana upwards within your body. As you gaze to the tip of your nose, visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
ऊर्ध्वे च जानुनी कृत्वा शवित्वोर्ध्वमुखं तथा.
Next up is Shavasana. Now lay down flat on your back with the hands by the side of the body, palms facing up. Relax completely. Perform the Shakti Charan Mudra. Pull the Kundalini Shakti up along your spine from Muladhara all the way to the Sahasrara Chakra. As you visualize that your body is dead and the supreme point of Hinduism, Swamiji, is liberating you in Shivasana. As you internally chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
उत्तानं शववद्भूवौ शयनं तु शवासनं. शवासनं श्रान्तिहरं चित्तविश्रान्तिकारणम्.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
Now, slowly return to your physical body. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes, your wrists and your ankles, your elbows and your knees. Pull your knees up towards your chest. Rock your body from side to side and slowly come back to a comfortable seated position. Congratulations, you completed the first 108 asanas of the sequence, which form the Pratama Vinyasa Krama, the first asana sequence revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Let us now get ready for the next 100 asanas of the Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama.
Nithyananda, we are on a mission to revive the Enlightenment civilization.
If you resonate with our message and want to be part of us, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to click the bell icon.
Yes, let us now enter into the next asana of the sequence, which is Yathasana Nishthasana. Now, sit in a posture that brings ease to your physical and mental space. Keep your hands on top of the knees in Bindu Mudra. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Perform Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply into your stomach and hold your breath, visualizing a flame being kindled in your stomach as you internally chant the Mahavakya Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, which is going to be the japa for the remainder of this asana sequence in Yathasana Nishthasana.
पर्यङ्कं तत्समाख्यातं यथसंस्थं यथा स्थितिः.
Next up is Samasana. Maintain a cross-legged position with your hands on the knees in Bindu Mudra and inhale and exhale as deep as you can, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space.
इदानीं गर्भिणीनां योगाभ्यासो यथा लघु सुखप्रसवलाभाय प्रोच्यते प्राक्तने पथि.
Next up is Muktasana. Now bring the left heel against the perineum and place the right foot on top of the left foot. Keep your hands flat on the knees, gaze to your nose, and visualize yourself as a sage liberated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
निपीड्य सीविनीं सूक्ष्मां दक्षिणेतरगुल्फतः वामं याम्येन गुल्फेन मुक्तासनमिदं भवेत्.
Next up is Siddhasana. Shift your gaze to your third eye as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
स्थानुसंयमितेन्द्रियोचलदृशा पश्यन् भ्रुवोरन्तरं चैतन्मोक्षकपातभेदजनकं सिद्धासनं प्रोच्यते.
Siddhi Asana. As you shift your gaze to the ground in front of you, engage all Tribandhas and visualize Swamiji.
वामपादकीडीजानो सीवनिमथितासुकोठानो.
Now rotate your hands on top of the knees back into Bindu Mudra. Gaze to your third eye and visualize yourself as Lord Rudra in Rudrasana 2.
वामचरणपरिदक्षिणराखे एकजुगुतीये सेविदिदाखे.
Next up is Santadrunasana. Keep your hands on the knees in Bindu Mudra. Gaze to the nose and embody tranquility and an unshakable nature.
ऋजुकाय समासीन सिद्धासनमुदीरितं प्रसार्य भूपादौ तु दोर्भ्यामङ्गुष्ठमादरात्.
Next up is Siddhasana 2. Now bring your hands in front of the navel, cupping one palm over the other in Samputa Mudra, resembling a closed lotus flower, as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
यत्र मध्ये महादेव बन्धयोन्यासने शृणु.
We move on to Bandha Yoni Asana. Set the Sankalpa to manifest through the womb of creation and get ready to enter Shanmukhi Mudra as you lock all your senses in your face with your hands. Inhale all the way, close the mouth with the little fingers, the nostrils with the ring fingers, eyes with middle and index fingers, and your ears with your thumbs.
यत्र मध्ये महादेव बन्धयोन्यासने शृणु यत्कृत्वा खेचरो भूत्वा विचरेदीश्वरो यथा.
Next up is Virasana. Now bring your right foot on top of the left thigh and the left foot below the right thigh. Keep your hands on the knees in Bindu Mudra and embody the state and space of bravery, Vira.
एकं पादमथैकस्मिन् विन्यस्योरुणि संस्थितः.
Next up is Valmikasana. Maintain the posture, gaze up towards your third eye, and visualize sage Valmiki, the great poet and author of Ramayana.
डावा पग की पगथली पुनी एड़ी है जोज.
We move on to Joni Mudrasana. Now place your hands flat on top of your knees and gaze to the tip of the nose as you visualize the Yoni Mandala, the visual representation of Devi Paramashiva Shakti.
वामपाद की पगतली जाहि माहिली कोर.
Next up is Yoni Asana. Now maintain the posture and the visualization, but shift your gaze up towards your third eye.
योन्यासनं पर्वतेन योगं योगफले नीलम्.
Next up is Patalasana 3. Now join the soles of your feet and place the knees on the ground as you interlock your fingers around the toes. Pull your stomach in and up in Uddiyana Bandha as you visualize a flame being kindled in your navel region. Visualize yourself as Lord Virabhadra.
गुल्फौ च वृषणस्याधः व्युत्क्रमेण समाहितः.
Next up is Agorasana. Now maintain your legs in the same position. Place your left hand on the left knee and cover your mouth with your right hand. Close the left nostril with the index finger. Inhale through the right nostril. Then hold your breath and close both nostrils. Finally, exhale through the left nostril and then repeat the breathing flow in the opposite direction in Abhyantara Kumbhaka as you push your tongue upwards in Kechari Mudra. Gaze to your third eye and visualize yourself as a Nagori.
पूर्व कहो भिश्रिका जोजी वाही विधि जोगी जैसो जी.
Next up is Kanari Pavasana. Now separate your heels and lean forward and down, placing your elbows on the heels. Rest your chin on your hands. Gaze to the nose. Pull your stomach in and up and exhale all the way and hold your breath in Rechaka Kumbhaka as you visualize yourself as a female elephant drinking water.
ग्वाली बाबा आसन कक्ष्यो है जैसे याहू में जाने विदित ऐसे.
Next up is Padasana. Now bring your hands underneath the legs and interlock your fingers in front as you raise your knees and your feet off the mat. Gaze to your nose and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
ततोर्ध्वम्रेत येत् वायुं ऋतुनिश्वास संयुतम्.
Next up is Gopi Chandasana. Now interlock your fingers around the toes and pull your feet against your chest as you gaze to the nose. Embody the state and space of a king.
पूरब विधिपका का अंगूठा कंठ को पराशे.
Now scoop your hands below the feet and interlock the fingers around the toes as you lift your feet against your chest And rest your chin on your hands, gaze to the nose, and visualize your body free from any defects in Uddarasana.
पूर्व विधिपका का अंगूठा कंठ को ऊपर है.
Next up is Vishishtasana. Now raise your feet even higher in front of your face. Keep interlocked hands in front of your forehead as you visualize yourself excelling in everything.
दो पकतली जोड़ी संपूट करे.
Next up is Bhujasana. Now bring your legs over top of your shoulders and bend your elbows upwards to interlock your fingers around your neck. Visualize yourself as a cobra and keep breathing in Rechaka Kumbhaka.
शिरासनं तो विज्ञेयं कक्षासनम् अतः परं ग्रीवासनं च परमं भुजासनं ह्योच्यते.
Next up is Kalyanasana. Now, with the legs over top of your shoulders, bend your elbows down and bring your hands behind your back, interlocking them. As you gaze to the nose, visualize yourself as a beautiful, auspicious goddess.
दो हाथ पगों च आने तिनको गोड़ा नीचे ठाने.
We move on to Sankatasana. Now, place the top of the left foot on the mat and sit on the left heel, sticking the right knee over top, with the right heel at the opposite hip. Keep your hands on opposite knees, gaze forward in Vaishnavi Mudra without focusing on any external objects. Visualize yourself as an elegant swan. As you breathe in Ujjayi Pranayama, make an ocean-like sound with your mouth.
वामपादं चितेर्मूलं सन्न्यसधर नीतले.
Next up is Dhenukasana. Now slide the left foot outside the hip and sit on the ground. Pull your stomach in and up. Keep your hands on the top knee and visualize the cow in your inner space.
अनुषागी नगर पंचडं ऋषिलिंद कल्यम्नी.
Next up is Machandrasana. Now slide the right foot on top of the left thigh and the left foot on the right knee. Twist your left arm behind your back. Hold on to opposite thighs with your hands as you gaze to your third eye and visualize Swamiji in your inner space in Machandrasana.
वामजंग पर दक्षिण ठाने वामहस्त विष्टि दिशा आने.
Next up is Machandrasana 2. Now untwist your spine, hold onto the feet, and lean forward and down, placing your forehead on the mat as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
प्रथम जी मनो चरण जोजी वामजंग परिराखे सोजी.
Rise up, interlock your fingers and place them on the top knee. Perform Mahamudra Bandha and visualize Swamiji, your Guru, in Guru Asana.
ऊर्मूले इतरपादस्य कनिष्ठिका प्रदेशगुल्फं संस्थाप्य.
Next up is Sankatasana on the other side. Now place the top of the right foot on the mat and sit on the right heel. Stack the left knee over top. Keep your hands on opposite knees and visualize yourself as an elegant swan.
वामपादं चितेर्मूलं सन्न्यस्यधर नीतले पाददण्डेन याम्येन वेष्टयेद्वामपादकम्.
Now slide the right foot outside the hip, sit on the ground. As you keep your hands on the top knee, engage Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha as you visualize a cow in Dhenukasana.
अनुषागी नगर पंचडं ऋषिलिंद कल्यम्नी.
Now repeat Machandrasana. Keep the left foot on the right thigh and the right foot on the left knee. Bring your right arm behind your back, twist your spine. Hold on to your thighs as you gaze to your third eye and visualize Swamiji.
वामजंग पर दक्षिण ठाने वामहस्त विष्टि दिशा आने.
Untwist your spine, hold on to the feet and place your forehead on the ground as you bend from the waist and lean forward and down.
प्रथम जी मनो चरण जोजी वामजंग परिराखे सोजी.
Rise back up, interlock your fingers, place them on the top knee. Engage all three bandhas and visualize Swamiji in Guru Asana.
ऊर्मूले इतरपादस्य कनिष्ठिका प्रदेशगुल्फं संस्थाप्य.
Next up is Parshasana. Now place your feet flat with the knees raised. Hold onto your knees with your hands. Press them against your chest as you press your tongue upwards in Kechari Mudra. Gaze to your third eye and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
पादतले भूमो निधाय जानन्यूर्षि निधाय.
The next asana is Bodha Shukasana. Now hold onto opposite wrists. Press your tongue up against the top of the mouth or higher along the nasal tract if you can in Kechari Mudra. Rest your chin on the knees, gaze at the nose, and visualize yourself residing in an abode of bliss.
दोवो भगतली भूपरि धरे कोरमाहिली ऐसे करे.
Next up is Kudakatasana. Now bring your hands underneath the legs, hold onto opposite elbows. As you gaze to your nose, visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
दोवो हाथ पग बाहर ल्यावे गोड़ा नीचे ले टहरावे.
Now cross the right ankle over the left with the toes pointing up. Keep your hands underneath the knees, holding onto opposite elbows as you gaze to your nose and visualize the great sage and Maharishi Sumati in Sumati Asana.
जीमना गोदा की संधि उपरिड़ा वा गोड़ा की संधि.
Now extend your legs out in front. Keep the knees straight. Hold on to, interlock your fingers and raise your arms up above your head. The wrists pointing outwards. As you lock all three bandhas, gaze to the nose and visualize Swamiji in Dandasana.
इदानीं गर्भिणीनां योगाभ्यासो यथा लघु सुख प्रसवलाभाय प्रोच्यते प्राक्तने पथि.
Next up is Arambhasana. Now lean forward and down. Hold on to the big toes in Prana Mudra. As you start breathing in Nadi Shodhana, inhale through one nostril and exhale through the other alternatingly. As you visualize Swamiji in your inner space in Arambhasana.
प्रथम बैसी दो पाव पसारी कचको ऊर्ध को कुरुडो डारे.
Next up is Bidokasana. Now separate your feet and slightly raise your knees. Bring your hands below the shins and hold onto the soles of the feet from the outside. As you place your forehead on the ground, gaze to your third eye and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
दो एड़ी में लिखे दीजिए हाथ पसारी.
Next up is Jalandhari Pavasana. Now bring the heels together with the feet extended away from the body and bring your hands underneath the shins with the palms facing up. As you place your face on the heels, gaze to your nose and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
दो एड़ी में लिखे दीजिए हाथ पसारी.
Next up is Urdhva Paschimottanasana. As you sit with your legs extended, lift one leg behind your neck and then lean forward and down. Hold onto the front foot with both hands. Breathe in Pratyahara Pranayama. Visualize that the prana is flowing upwards through your body through 9 points as revealed by Mahadeva, which are the soles of the feet, the regenerative organs, the navel, the heart, the throat, the uvula, the center of the eyebrows, the top of the forehead, and the crown of your head, the Brahmaranda, as you visualize Swamiji in Urdhva Paschimottanasana.
पश्चिमदानवत् संस्थितिं कृत्वा एकं पादं ग्रीवायां धृत्वा तिष्ठेत्.
Now lean back with the leg behind your neck. Hold onto the foot with the opposite hand. As you gaze to your nose, visualize that you are infinite, endless, eternal.
उत्तानशयने एकैकं पायि ग्रीवायां विन्यस्य.
Now roll onto the side of the hand, which is holding onto the foot. Gaze to your nose and feel in complete control in Ankushasana.
उत्तानसहित एकैकं पादं ग्रीवायां कुर्वन्.
The next asana is Turushasana. Lay down on your back and pull your knees towards your chest. And circle your legs with your hands as you rock your body from side to side. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and keep breathing in Pratyahara Pranayama. Visualize the prana flowing upwards within your body.
उत्तानशयित एकैकं पादं ग्रीवायां कुर्वन्.
Next up is Urdhva Paschimottanasana on the other side. As you extend your legs, lift the other leg behind your neck and lean forward down, holding onto the front foot.
पश्चिमतानवत्संस्थितिं कृत्वा एकं पादं ग्रीवायां धृत्वा तिष्ठेत्.
Now lean back. Hold on to the foot which is still behind your neck. As you gaze at the nose and visualize that you are unending, Ananta in Anantasana.
उत्तानशयित एकैकं पादं ग्रीवायां कुर्वन्.
Roll onto your side in Ankushasana, gazing to the nose and feeling in complete control.
उत्तानशयित एकैकं पादं ग्रीवायां कुर्वन्.
The next asana is Yoga Nidra. As you lay on your back, one by one, lift your legs behind your neck and then interlock your hands behind your back. If you cannot bring your legs behind your neck, you can bring them over your shoulders or cross them in front of your body and pull them close towards your chest to open up your hips. Gaze to the nose and visualize Swamiji still breathing in Pratyahara Pranayama. Visualize the prana flowing upwards in golden light within your body.
पादाभ्यां वेष्टयेत् कण्ठं हस्ताभ्यां पृष्ठबन्धनम्.
Next up is Atmaramasana. Now bend your elbows up. Keep your legs over top of your shoulder and interlock the fingers behind your neck. As you gaze to the nose, visualize Lord Vishnu blessing you from within.
आत्माराम आसन प्रथमसूधो सोवे.
Next up is Kochikasana. As you lay on your back, pull your knees against your chest. With the soles of the feet facing upwards, extend your arms out to the side, parallel to the shoulder level. As you gaze to the nose, gaze to the third eye, and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
दो हाथ सीधा सा करे तेन सो उबे सपा करे.
Next up is Jatara Parivritti. We're going to perform 3 steps of this asana. Now extend your arms out to the side and pull your knees to the chest. Then drop one knee to the side, extend the opposite leg down. Bend both your knees to the side. Extend your legs to the side. And hold onto the feet as you gaze in the opposite direction. Visualize Swamiji. Form the Mula Bandha and breathe on Pratyahara Pranayama. Return to the center. Then drop the other knee down to the side, extend the opposite leg. Bend both knees to the side. Extend both legs to the side and gaze in the opposite direction as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
परिवृत्ति कुक्ष भागे त्रिदाहि परिकीर्तितः बद्धकोणं सुप्तकोणं ऊर्ध्वकोणमथापि च.
Next up is the Dviparapitam. As you lay on your back, with your feet flat on the ground, the knees raised, hold onto your ankles with your hands and push your hips up high. Lock your throat, tuck your chin to the chest. Breathe in Murcha Kumbhaka, push against the throat lock. Don't let the air escape. Force the prana upwards as you gaze to the nose and visualize yourself as sturdy as a bridge.
प्रतिक्रियायुतं द्वन्द्वपीठ सर्वबलप्रदं गर्भिणीनां दुर्बलानाम् इति गार्गी जगादनु.
Next up is Paryankasana. Now bring your hands over top of your shoulders with the fingers pointing towards your feet. As you raise your body off the ground, push your hips up high and breathe calmly through your nose in Sahadra Kumbhaka, visualizing yourself as sturdy as stone furniture.
उत्तानशयित एकैकं पादं ग्रीवायां कुर्वन्.
Now lower yourself back down to the ground and pull your knees against your chest as you place your hands on the respective shoulders, moving your hips in a circular motion visualizing yourself as a dog playfully rolling around on its back in Shvotanasana.
शवच्छरीरं संस्थाप्य जानुनी सम्मील्य नाभुवाणीज.
Next up is the Viparita Karani. Now, keep your arms flat on the mat and raise your legs up high. Point the toes to the sky as you move your hips in a circular motion. Breathe in Mocha Kumbhaka and visualize Swamiji in Viparita Karani.
भूतले सशिरो दत्वा खेनये चरणद्वयम्.
Now stop the movement of your legs. Point the toes up. Hold this position as you visualize Swamiji in Viparita Karani too.
करणी विपरीताख्या सर्वाधिव्याधिनाशिनी.
Now bring your feet down over top of your head. Touch the mat with your toes as you interlock your fingers behind your back in Parashu Mudra. Push your hands into the ground as you visualize yourself as a plow in Langalasana.
नरकासने स्थित्वा नासिकाप्रदेशे भूमौ पादपृष्ठे स्थाप्य.
Next up is Shaita Paschimottanasana. As you lay on your back with your legs over top of your head, hold onto the feet. Now chant the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, and visualize Paramashiva in your inner space, as this is one of the 84 asanas directly revealed by Lord Paramashiva himself. Shaita Paschimottanasana.
तानं शयित्वात् कुर्वीत शयितपश्चिमतानकम्.
Next up is Supta Konasana. Now separate the feet and keep the hips above the shoulder level for balance. As you perform Jalandhara Bandha, visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
परिवृत्ते कुक्षि भागे त्रिदाहि परिकीर्तितः बद्धकोणं सुप्तकोणं ऊर्ध्वकोणमथापि च.
Now bring your feet back together above your head. Hold onto your ankles with your hands. As you roll onto your back, keep your arms and legs straight and visualize yourself as a chakra, a wheel in Chakrasana.
शवासनस्तद्वौ पादौ कुर्यान्मस्तकतः परो व्युत्क्रमेण ततः शीघ्रमेतत् सर्वस्य साधनम्.
Next up is Supta Prasarita Parangushtasana. Now bring your legs up vertically and hold onto the big toes in Prana Mudra. As you visualize Swamiji in your inner space, separate your legs widely to the side. Breathe in Ujjayi Pranayama, make an ocean-like sound with your mouth.
उत्तानपादं क्रोञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकम्.
Next up is Supta Parangushtasana. Join your feet back together. Hold onto the big toes in Prana Mudra as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
उत्तानपादं क्रोञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकम्.
Next up is Matsyasana. Now cross your legs into Padmasana as you lay on your back with the knees on the ground, your hands over the top of your head, holding on to opposite elbows. Gaze to your nose and visualize Matsya, the fish avatar of Lord Vishnu.
उत्तानपादं क्रोञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकम्.
Next up is Parasharamasana. From the same position, place the back side of the right hand onto the left palm over top of your head, palms facing up, gaze to your nose and visualize Lord Rama in your inner space on this auspicious day of the Prana Pratishtha of the Ayodhya Rama Mandir.
प्रथमकरे पद्मासन आचे सुधो सोवे भूपरिपाचे.
Next up is Sarvangasana. Now keep your legs in Padmasana and raise your knees and hips up off the mat as you support your lower back with your hands, elbows resting on the ground. Gaze to the tip of your nose and visualize Swamiji as you breathe in Mocha Kumbhaka.
अथवा क्षेत्र संक्षेपात् सर्वांगासनम् उत्तमम्.
We move on to Vrishchikasana. Now keep one foot on top of the opposite thigh and pull the opposite knee against your chest as you extend your arms up over top of your head. Hook the fingers forward and Tuck your chin to the chest as you gaze to the nose, gaze to the third eye, and visualize yourself as a scorpion of Vrishchikasana.
प्रथमशेन सुधो शीर्षकेशकी सन्धि सुदाखे
Now repeat Vrishchikasana on the other side. Pull the other knee over top of the opposite thigh and extend your arms up. Gaze to your third eye as you visualize yourself as a scorpion.
प्रथमशेन सुधो शीर्षकेशकी सन्धि सुदाखे.
The next asana is Vrishyaparakshipasana. Now lay flat on your back and interlock your fingers around your neck as you alternate pulling one knee in towards your chest. Keep the legs raised off the ground and visualize Swamiji as you breathe calmly through your nose in Sahasrara Kumbhaka.
श्रोतानवत्सं स्थिति कृत्वा जानुद्वयं पर्यायेन कर्णयोः संस्पृशेत्.
Next up is Maruttanasana. Now keep your hands flat at the side of your body and alternate touching your ears with the respective knees again and again as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
कूर्परो मिलित्वा नितम्बेन भूमिं स्पृष्ट्वा.
The next asana